What's going on? Hello and a warm welcome, everyone. Okay, we've got ourselves a game here against a Belgian player, Joe Shack. Joe Shack, and he's got some flair. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a Buddha. It looks like a Buddha. He's, which is coincidental because I did a meditation session just this morning, and it's remarkable how powerful it was. Just 15 minutes, but made all the difference in my day and the way it turned out. Yeah, I meditate. Sometimes. I used to quite a lot in the past, but then I quit for a while and now I think I'm going to get back into it because it seems like the right thing to do. I think I blundered there, right? He could have taken this. Yes, probably just as bad the way it's turning out. Quite an awful position in many ways. Awful position. We have to make room for the bishop check, at least get some counterplay back in this game. Or actually, the knight here is also an option. He's really pushing hard here in these respects. So we wanna bishop check. He moves the king up. Then what? Then we can threaten the knight, and he defends it with pawn. On the other hand, if we come in with the knight first and threaten the fork-a-rooney, that's also pretty powerful. Let's do that approach. It might be better because we have different options. We can go here, here, even there. So I think this is the most flexible. Allows us to react differently depending on how he chooses to respond. He kind of violated the Nash equilibrium a tad here, I think. I'm hoping. Maybe not. Okay, let's go grab the pawn, give up this pawn. Looks to be an even position. Knight hops in here, threatens some action there. Knight check here. Bishop check there. It's all happening here, actually. There's a lot happening in this game. Let's go after the fork already. It forces a reaction, either a defensive move or a yeah. So this piece is potentially vulnerable. Can we distract the bishop and hit on the knight? I don't see an easy way to go about this position. Knight check is coming in soon. Let's just prevent that. The knight check would open up his game a lot, bring him f3, e4, you know. Let's minimize some counterplay. Pretty even position overall. Yeah, that's also a good move. That's also a good move. Don't have Great response. Counterplay is coming, but we have enough maneuverability. He doesn't take the bishop, which he could have. So let's punish that and now threaten to trap the knight. Let's not take this and welcome him back with a nice check. I don't know if it makes sense to invest time in this move, but maybe I've got to do that. Maybe he'll play g4 first, then we play this, followed up with that. Play a few quick moves here, gain some momentum on the clock as well. Important to always keep mindful of your time in a blitz game. It becomes most important when you get down to the final minute, let's say, but it's really all about knowing who you are as a player. Some people are very good under time pressure. I count myself in that category, but others are not. And well, people should know what they are and play accordingly. This is a very trappy move, really putting a bit of pressure on him, but nothing too serious still. Just troublesome. Let's take out the knight now. Make sure that do we even defend it? Defend against this check with a knight. Is there any point in doing that? There might be some point in it. We want to make it hard for him to defend this, and yeah. Bishop here feels pretty good, targeting a lot of different squares. Knight check comes in next move and shoves his king away, allows me to win the pawn and double attack these two bishops, which are on a motif, and I'm afraid it's curtains here for Zhoshak. Zhoshak's gonna face a lot of pressure now, a lot of pressure, because this wasn't the right idea, not by a long shot. And now we even have check and mate potentially on the cards should he move the knight out of the way, which he doesn't. But even here is a check coming in, and he's got to defend with the knight. Whew, I don't want to be in Zhoshak's shoes at the moment. All right, that was a good game. Nice bit of. It just goes to show the rook on the seventh adds so much pressure that even top players can struggle against it. Probably not his best game, but the pressure probably caused a mistake. Blunders don't happen in a vacuum, as Nigel Short once famously said. Not that we give a damn about Nigel Short. I mean, who the hell is he anyway? This was a huge blunder, it seems. The best idea was to go for the fork right away. Allow the Czechoslovskies to come in, and I don't know, this is a tough position, very complicated to handle this kind of these many loose pieces. It's not easy to play like that. Okay. But here he should have definitely come in with the check while he had the chance, and he didn't do that. This is also not most optimal. Yeah. Okay. So I moved the bishop out of the way here because I thought it's best. Not sure I fully understand this position. Like, why does this knight even have to come here? Huh? It's kind of weird looking move. Anyway, whatever. This is interesting. Like, just to understand games, this is interesting because I get that this is okay. I mean, okay, if he takes the knight first and forces a recapture, he makes room for his knight like this. Interesting. Interesting approach to the game to aim to return the knight to this square rather than this square. The g4 pawn push allows the knight to save itself, and it preserves what looks like a nice pawn structure. But perhaps the overall equation favors to play this move and a knight here into its more optimal square. Interesting. Yeah, like looks like all of these ideas were totally off the mark, and the computer wanted me to go in for this angled approach, which I didn't. Hey, yeah, yeah. All right, so bye. All right, that's all she wrote here, and hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you.